What is up, everybody? Kevin Iole here. Thank you for joining me. UFC is in Azerbaijan on Saturday. Can you believe that? The fight card will be shown on ABC. And in the co-main event, it is going to be one hell of a lightweight bout. Believe me, I know you know Rafael Fiziev. He is coming off a loss to Justin Gaethje in what was a phenomenal fight. But also on that same card, my next guest was on that card, and he is going to be fighting Rafael Fiziev, and that is Ignacio Bahamondes. Nacho, how are you, my friend?
Hey, how are you, brother? Nothing right here. Feeling good, feeling happy, feeling blessed.
Well, you are on quite a roll, and this is, I would think, the biggest fight of your career, coming off a really impressive submission over Jalin Turner. Getting a chance to fight somebody like Rafael Fiziev, who was just in there with a guy like Justin Gaethje, that must be a great opportunity for you, I would imagine.
Yeah, no, for sure. Sharing octagon with Rafael Fiziev is an honor for me. He's a great fighter. He's been there so many times. He's been fighting for a lot of time the UFC against the best fighter in the world. So for the UFC to put me against him, that means that they think I'm ready. So I'm gonna show them that I am ready.
A little kind of, I don't know how you feel about this, but you know, he is from Azerbaijan, right? So you have to travel halfway around the world to get the fight, and then you're fighting in his home country. Does that put any extra burden on you or anything like that?
Yeah, no, the last time I was a local fighter, it was whenever I was 16 years old. So
Oh, wow.
I've been fighting as the underdog, as the visitor, like so many times. So it's not something new for me. So I think I'm ready for this. It doesn't make any difference that he's from here. I'm just gonna go and perform like I always do.
You come from a fighting family, and your father was a professional fighter. How much of his attitude helped you when you were younger to understand that kind of thing, right? That, you know, the fans aren't fighting, and the pressure is only what you put on yourself. Did your father help you with that?
Yeah, no, for sure. How you said it, my father was a fighter. He has to do a couple of fights in Argentina or Paraguay or Uruguay, so he knows he knew how to deal with it. So he always told me, every time you go outside, make sure you knock them out because the judges are not gonna be with you. So make sure you knock them out.
And you have
Don't
done a
leave it
good
to the
job of that.
judges.
You've done a good job of that. That I want to ask you what the aftermath of your win over Turner has been like. That was such an impressive performance, and I think you opened a lot of eyes with your submission over Jalin on such a big card. So first of all, what was the reaction, of people to your victory, and what do you think that win did for you over such a highly regarded fighter?
I think that victory against Jalin Turner just helped me to show the world that I'm ready to fight any guy in the division, any position on the rankings. And the UFC now knows. The UFC now knows I deserve my spot in the top 15. So they're giving me this great opportunity fighting Rafael Fiziev. And I'm ready to show them, how I said it before, I'm ready to show them that I'm ready. I'm not just to go and win fights, I'm ready to run for the title.
I want to ask you this. I talked to the bantamweight champion, Merab Dvalishvili, about this a few weeks ago before he fought Sean O'Malley. And I think there's an interesting parallel just in the fact that Dvalishvili came to the United States from Georgia, no English, came here because he wanted to fight, didn't know anybody, didn't have anybody with him, didn't speak the language. You did the same thing. How difficult were those early days? Like when you got to this country and you don't really know anybody, you don't speak English. At least you spoke Spanish, where some people here spoke Spanish, right? But not a lot of people spoke the language. How was that for you? How difficult was it?
It was really hard, at the beginning, like more with the language barrier and all that, it make it really harder. I was far from my family for the first time, so it was tough. It was tough, but I think my dream was always bigger than that. I was hungry to have my stuff. I was hungry to win, to show the world that it's possible. And with discipline and hard work, that's how I am here.
Do you feel like you're on the verge right now of getting into the rankings? I mean, so beating Fiziev, he's number 11. I would imagine that you're going to be in the rankings at that point.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready for any of the guys of the top 10, top 15. I'm ready. I've been training for a long time. I've been getting ready for this moment for a long time, and I got the best team in the world. I got the best teammates. I got the best coach. So I believe a lot in myself. Every fight, I got better. I improved myself every camp, and it's not even. It's just the beginning. I'm not even end yet, so I'm barely starting, and I have a lot more to do. I have a lot more to conquer, and I'm ready to take it off.
You at 6'3" have a unique build for the lightweight division, right? And that gives you some advantages, I think, in fights that other fighters don't have. But does it also make it difficult? So you, for people who don't know, train with the former welterweight champion Belal Muhammad. Being so tall and having such long legs, like, does that make you more vulnerable to wrestling? Like guys have easier access to your legs?
I'm a striker. So I've been dealing with wrestlers my whole life. And I
Yeah.
train with one of the best wrestlers on the welterweight division, who is Belal Muhammad. So whenever I step in that octagon and I see the other guy across the octagon, I say, dude, I grapple and I wrestle every day with Belal Muhammad. This guy got nothing on me.
Yeah, that makes a difference. I want to ask you, what do you take from Belal in terms of the mentality in the game? Like Julianna, Peña, Belal, both training there. You had two UFC champions. Can you learn just by observing them and listening to the type of things that they say and do?
For sure, I've been learning a lot from them, from Julianna, from Belal. I've been learning a lot from Julianna. I learned that you need the killer mentality whenever you are in the cage. I think I got that from her, and from Belal. His work ethic is in another level. I never seen a guy more disciplined like him, more hard worker than him. So that's what he told me. He told me like that I need to work, that I need to get better every day. This is not something you do 6 hours of the day. This is a lifetime, and you gotta live it. So that's what he told me, and I think that's what been changing my whole game.
So, the top two fights on this card, the main event, Jamal Hill, the former light heavyweight champion, against Khalil Rountree Jr., that should be an unbelievable striking battle. Your fight against Rafael Fiziev. Look, Fiziev was given as good as he got against Justin Gaethje, and when anybody stands toe-to-toe with Gaethje, he can fight. What kind of battle are you expecting with Fiziev, and where do you think your advantage in the fight is?
We both strikers. We both know striking, so I think it's gonna be a striking battle. I think the fight is gonna take place in those positions. I think even whatever he's good at, I'm better than him right there. And in the floor, I think if he thinks he can take me to the ground and control me, right there is gonna be his end.
I think he's probably going to try to kick your legs a lot, don't you think? I mean, that seems like a pretty, a lot of guys like to try to do that to you, and he has good kicks.
Yeah, a lot of fighters have been trying to do that before, but they think I'm just a jumpy striker. But what they don't know, what they don't put on their mind is that I come from karate. We leg kick each other just for fun. So I don't think nobody's gonna take my legs out. My legs are way too strong. I think I got the strongest legs in the lightweight division, and if he thinks Loki is gonna stop me, I think he's lost.
Well, I'll tell you, folks, the guy said we kick each other for fun. Did you hear that? I mean, if anybody's ever gotten kicked by an MMA fighter, believe me, it's not fun. And this guy said it's fun.
No, we crazy. That's why we do this. We crazy, and I love it. I think if you're not crazy, I cannot trust you.
I'm a little crazy, but I'm not that crazy, right? Let's wrap with this.
Yeah.
Your coach, Mike Vallee, is really an underrated guy. I think a lot of people don't know him. He hasn't gotten the reputation that some of the other top coaches have. I asked Belal Muhammad this, and I want to get your take. Why is Mike such a good coach, and why do you think it is having two champions, having a guy like you that's on a roll and on the rise up in the division, that he hasn't gotten the recognition yet that some other coaches have?
Yeah, Coach Mike, how you said it, he's not having the recognition he deserves. He's the mastermind of Bioflow striking. You know how you said it. We've been having already three champions: Jair, Julianna, Belal, Mohammed, and I'm gonna be the fourth. So the people don't give the prize he deserves. Like Coach Mike is somebody so intelligent. He's been in this game for so long, so he knows like since day number one. Whenever I got to his gym, he told me, your striking is top level, but without a wrestling defense, without wrestling, it doesn't mean anything. Give me a year just training wrestling, and then you believe in the process, and I'm gonna take you to the UFC. And that's what I did. I put all my weapons. I put my body, my mind, my time to train and to follow his orders. And he got me here. He never disappointed me, and I think he's a big part of my success. Having Coach Mike on my corner, having somebody with his experience on my corner, it makes the difference.
If you're looking for the next big thing in the UFC, you could do worse than looking at Ignacio Bahamondes. Saturday in Azerbaijan on ABC here in the United States. He will be fighting Rafael Fiziev in the co-main event. Ignacio, always good to talk to you, my friend. Good luck on Saturday, and we will see you soon around the fights.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Every time, thank you for your time. And right here, ready for Saturday. It's going to be fireworks.
All the best to you, my friend. See ya.